What do you want? Hello, I'm coming to you live from my bed. I never kept up with vlogs, but here's vlog number 2. And not much has changed since vlog number 1. We still have a million projects to do in our new house. All of the tools that we got from our house have been great, except for the 2 lawnmowers. The 2 lawnmowers we haven't been able to get working yet. So the front of our house and the back of our house, like, the grass looks horrible. It's so long. I've been cutting it with a weed whacker, which, let me tell you, is not the vibe. It is not. I'm sure our neighbors hate us. But hopefully my husband will be fixing that lawnmower tonight so that I can mow my lawn for the first time ever tomorrow. All of the plants that I planted and put in my new greenhouse, I didn't keep up on watering, so they never sprouted. I was considering buying some like starters to plant in a garden, and I think I still might do that, but not a lot of them, and plant them in pots, because I don't feel like rushing and figuring out where to put my garden and like doing it haphazardly with how busy I've been. So I think we might just grow in containers this year, which everyone kind of recommended that I do the first year anyways, because we haven't spent a summer in this house yet. So it's just kind of the better idea, just to see what my yard does throughout the year. We were also supposed to put a fence up 2 weeks ago. We don't have a fence still. Our dogs are on tie-outs. My husband got into a car accident the weekend before we were supposed to do it. We hadn't bought any of the supplies yet, thank God. So we decided to wait to make sure that we're financially stable enough before we put in a fence, because it's a really big expense, which kind of stinks, because we're thinking now at the end of summer, which will be way hotter. But we want to make sure that we can afford it before we do it, you know. Other than that, I think Sam is new. Sam is new. We got Sam January 3rd. He is a Pitbull mix. He is wonderful. He was rescued by a trainer friend of ours who found him. He got kicked out of a car. He was emaciated, flea-ridden. He had flea anemia because of how many fleas were on his little body. He had many worms. The only bit of fat on him was his tummy was distended, and that was because he was emaciated and had worms. He's all fixed up now. No more mange, no more nothing. They trained him, and then we bought him. So he's awesome. We love him. We love him so much. He's a good boy. What else have we done? We are currently... What are we doing? We are currently, other than the yard stuff, we are also looking at, in the next couple weeks, switching out all of our outlets. None of our outlets in this house have 3 prongs. Well, two of the outlets do in the whole house have 3 prongs, but they have the wire for it, so we have to go around and switch out all of them. Our first winter in this house was not bad. We did run out of oil once, and I had to reprime our whole system, which kind of sucked, but I was able to do it. But yeah, winter was great. I am nervous about the summertime. We did use our AC a little bit in the fall last year, but not as much as we're going to in the Delaware heat, for sure. So that's going to be a struggle. Whoa. Sam. What else are we doing? Ow. Sam. Sorry, he just flopped on my whole desk here. I'm currently in bed right now filming this and working because my back is so messed up. We had an event yesterday, and we've had events all month because it's Autism Awareness Month, and I work for an autism company, a nonprofit, and So it's been a busy month, and I'm glad that it's almost over. It was amazing. It was wonderful, but it was tiring. I'm ready to be into the slower season and really get caught up on things, especially around here. I also started on the wallpaper in this room. As you can see, this wallpaper comes off fine. The wallpaper behind this bed has been painted over, I think. And it's been really difficult to get off without like completely shredding the drywall underneath. So I think we've been talking about taking a sander to it. I know people are going to be like, no, don't do that. Don't take a sander to it. I'm sorry. We have to. Like, there's no other way unless we replace the drywall, which I was also considering doing that. That's just really expensive compared to just getting a sander and trying that. So this wallpaper is on 3 of the walls, and then that floral wallpaper is just on this back wall. And the floral wallpaper is coming off fine. It's just this stuff. And the ceiling is also wallpapered, which is very fun and fabulous. And it's the same kind of stuff as this guy, and it looks like it was painted over. So it's probably going to be a pain in the butt, too. We'll see. Hopefully it's not. Hopefully it's fine. But that's one of the next projects, too. Other projects we have, our kitchen. I've been redoing the cabinets. And what I mean by redoing the cabinets are, they're already, like, they came laminated. They have, like, a wood grain lamination on them, but they're brown on the inside. They're white wood grain and then brown on the inside. So I've been cleaning the inside and painting them. Hold on. And doing like the edging to hopefully make it look a little more modern. And my mom gave me her old poles for her kitchen that she's redoing right now. And they're like black bars. So I'm hoping replacing the gold poles and adding poles to the top cabinets will make it look way better. If not, it was very cheap. I think the paint that I bought was like $20. Hold on. Sorry, the dogs have decided it's WrestleMania time. Yeah. So we're going to do that to the kitchen. I want to eventually wall up a section of it and make it into a pantry. Right now, it's just kind of a weird corner that we're using as a pantry anyways, so I would like to wall it off and put shelving in there. I think it'll add value to the house, and it really won't make the kitchen much smaller because it's unusable space anyways for anything else other than storage. So it'd be nice to have it blocked off so you can't see it. I think originally it was used as an eat-in kitchen, but the dining room is right off of the kitchen, and there's a wide doorway, so it doesn't feel like it needs to be an eat-in kitchen. Our house is from the 50s, so there's a couple of weird things like that. Do people even like eat-in kitchens anymore? I don't know. I feel like when you see eat-in kitchens anymore, usually they're just like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like a bar style. Or it's like an open floor plan, so your dining room is your kitchen because they're all in the same. I don't think you see this style eat-in kitchen very much anymore, and we don't really want it. I think it was cool the way they did it. They had a table in there when we were looking through, but I would like a pantry more. There's not a lot of storage in this house for food products, so I would like that. I'm also going through and trying to reorganize my kitchen so it feels easier to grab things. Right now, I don't really know where to put things. There is storage space for like pots and pans and bowls and plates, but I just don't know what to do with it. Even at our apartment, I don't feel like what we did was like enough, So hopefully we can start getting things done. We still need baseboards. I still have to take the wallpaper down in the other 2 bedrooms. One's my office and one's a spare bedroom, so we can rip that carpet out. We left the carpet in because it's a free drop cloth for painting, but I did not imagine that we would get 6-7 months in and not have that done yet. And there was so much smoking that went on in this house that keeping carpet from the previous owner, I mean, it's always gross to have someone else's carpet in your house, but then on top of that, to have it riddled with smoke damage is really gross. You know? I mean, they're not as damaged as like the rest of the house was, and there was no carpet in most of the rest of the house. The worst carpet's in the basement where they did smoke a lot. The 2 bedrooms were children's bedrooms, so theoretically there's not as much smoke damage, but there's still enough that it needs to go. And we haven't been very careful in my office either. So, because we knew we were ripping the carpet up anyways. There's hardwood floors under all the carpet in the house. We got very lucky with that. So, I'm really excited to pull it up and get my office started looking nice. Right now our house is just like a place for our stuff. We haven't really settled in and made things our own. The closest to making things our own, my husband has really made the den his. He still needs to finish cleaning the walls with Crud Cutter to get like the rest of that smoke damage off of the walls, and then he wants to paint them, which we have to find the right paint for cinder blocks, because the den is in the basement. So 2 of the walls, 2 and like a little quarter piece of the walls are like the cement blocks. And I'm pretty sure I read somewhere that you have to watch what you put on them because of moisture levels. Not because of the paint's moisture levels, but what cinder blocks allow in and out. So we'll see. And then eventually we would like to rip up that carpet and put in the den, the stairs up to the kitchen, and on the kitchen floor, have that all be the same, like, what's that called? Like the fake wood, but it's tile. We loved that at our apartment. It was really great for the dog nails. And I think eventually we kind of want to put that stuff over our hardwoods. I know like hardwoods is something people seek out, but I'm starting to feel like how like the previous generation probably felt about them, and that's why they were all covered in carpet. Like the amount of work I'm putting into to make sure that my dogs don't absolutely wreck these floors that are so special and precious, like it's obnoxious, and I'd rather just put tile on top of it. And my uncle was like, well, you don't want to do that. You'll put more holes in the wood. I'm like, they make them snappable. You snap the pieces in together. There's no glue. There's no holes. So I feel like it'll be good. It'll be good. And I'm sure the next generation is going to be like, oh my gosh, we ripped up this ugly tile, and here's hardwood. Why would they do that? I don't know. Alright, well that concludes vlog number 2. It is Tuesday, April 30th, 2024.